My name is Nokerin Sofia binti Azahari, and I would like to introduce my team members, starting with Nurfitri Fakrullah bin Hisam, Derry Gayan Jarid, Rona Aaron Soria, and Muhammad Fakri Shazani bin Saleh. And we are from Group 10 of Subject Scientific Inquiry. The title for our research is The Challenges for Women Entrepreneurs and How They're Overcoming. Nowadays, the world has been shocked by COVID-19 pandemic that put the world into a slumber, and all countries are affected by this pandemic, including Malaysia. So the Malaysia government initiated Development Control Order, or in a short term MCO, and the order put Malaysians in a critical condition as they cannot go to work. This also give a significant impact towards women entrepreneurship. So with the lockdown measure in place, women entrepreneurs having a hard time with balancing work with household, and also they have to take care of the child and doing the business at the same time. So this research is carried out in a qualitative method to find out more information about challenges faced by women entrepreneurs during this pandemic. This method helps to provide us some information regarding the behavior of the women entrepreneur in a various group of age. We want to find out what are the challenges faced by them by doing this qualitative method, by interviewing them to know more information about the challenge they are facing. So the study is really significant for us in exploring more about the current situation that happened in Malaysia during these pandemic days. So this research will be focusing more on women entrepreneur in diversity and challenges they are facing and how they're overcoming. In Sustainable Development Goal, we chose Goal 5, which is gender equality. In this goal, they talk about the challenges women face where the discriminatory law and social norm remain pervasive or widespread. The women continue to be underrepresented at all levels of political leadership, and desperate violence and more. So the effect of the COVID-19 give major impact toward the gender equality and women's rights. So we chose Sustainable Development Goal 5 with our current situation. We relate SDG Goal 5 with our current situation in Malaysia, where the number of women entrepreneurship has less number compared to men, and there's a gender marginalization present in the family household. Thus, this decrease in women involvement toward entrepreneurship will be visible. So our research will be based on what challenges women entrepreneurship, what major impact of women entrepreneurship during the outbreak of the coronavirus, and how they overcome the situation. So I will pass the presentation to the next presenter to tell detail more about our research topic. So that's all for me, and thank you.
Hello there. This part here is the hypothesis of our research. First and foremost, my name is Ronald Aaron Soria, and I am from E department. And our first assumption is, if a woman entrepreneur has established a family household, thus an imbalanced work-life responsibility will be apparent. From here, we as a group has observed nowadays women are facing a problem where they have to multitask, which is they have to focus towards the family life and the working life. So the second part is, due to various commitments, the number of women entrepreneurs increase even though the business nature becomes tougher. As nowadays, the modern age, societal problems, which includes family problems, is quite apparent. Thus, due to commitments such as paying debt for the house or even the family mortgage, or even the husband being incarcerated in prison, these kind of problems will make the woman to feel responsible on taking care of their family. So the number of women entrepreneurs increase even though the business nature becomes tougher, which is dominated by the male section. The next one is, if there is a gender marginalization presence inside the family household, thus a decrease in women involvement towards entrepreneurship will be visible, as the society mindset right now, especially in Malaysia, where they have the mindset of which the involvement of woman is only cut down to her responsible inside the household, which makes the male part to be considered as the breadwinner for the family. These kind of things will affect the woman involvement towards entrepreneurship. So the next part is, if gender inequality is still significant in current day customs, hence the availability of women entrepreneurs will be low. Gender inequality, the meaning here is, whereas the involvement of women towards any type of participation or faction or section, they will be double sided or even double standardized, whereas the probability of a man having a job is slightly higher than the woman's. So the next part is, financial accessibility of one's woman entrepreneur determines the productivity rate of its business. It is true that we can see women who consist of many assets, they will do their business quite in a good flow as compared to a woman entrepreneur that is facing financial problems and striving for her business to become good. So the last part of our scientific assumption is, women are finding it difficult to survive in entrepreneurship because lack of marketing skills. As in, the lack of marketing skills will affect the woman's entrepreneurship doings. As in, lacking of marketing skills will bring the woman less positive outcome from this business venture. As for our sampling methodology, we have chosen convenient sampling, which we chose four local women entrepreneurs from different backgrounds. We conducted interviews through WhatsApp video call application, where we have suggested that the topic of the interview is about the role of women as entrepreneurs and challenges they face as gender inequality is still valid nowadays. In our research, we have carried out personal observations, whereas the data is collected through observation on human behavior in natural situations. Next, we have carried out a journal analysis, where we have researched journals which consist of articles regarding entrepreneurship concepts overview in Malaysia. Next, we have conducted an interview where we are able to obtain appropriate data via WhatsApp video call application. The questions asked towards the interviewee are referred to our research objective. The interview is made from three-part questions of 10. Part 1 is to identify the hardships acquired as a woman entrepreneur in Malaysia. Part 2 is acquiring the interviewee's opinion about the business ecosystem during the COVID-19 pandemic. Part 3 is to identify the relationship between responsibilities of family and occupation from the interviewee's point of view. The interviewees are from different backgrounds from each other, and a female Malaysian citizens from East and West Malaysia. All are related to the entrepreneurship field locally. They stand from the age gap of 17 to 32 years old. That is all. Thank you.
Hello there, my name is Fitri, and my contribution to this project is I'm doing the objective, I'm doing the inquiry question, and also I'm doing the findings. The first objective that this paper wants to study is to identify the challenges faced by women entrepreneurs who have backed their growth and how they survive. The second objective of this study is to find the effect of pandemic to the entrepreneurs, especially women entrepreneurs. The last objective of this study is to find the impact of gender inequality to women entrepreneurs. My second contribution into this study is to find the inquiry questions. The first questions that we ask is, what are the challenges and the difficulties involved in women entrepreneurs? The second question that we want to ask is, the pandemic give an impact to the women entrepreneurs? And the last question is the gender inequality give bad impact to the women entrepreneurs? Okay, for the findings, This study used a depth interview session, which means this study is a qualitative study. We interviewed 4 women entrepreneurs that is from different of age and different level of success in the business world. The age that the women entrepreneurs that we interviewed is around 16 years old until 35 years old. The findings that I got from the interview session is amazing and quite shocking actually. Um, some of our hypothesis is wrong, and some of the hypothesis is true. For example, there is one of our hypotheses that stated that if there is a gender marginalization inside the family members, thus the involvement of women entrepreneurs will be visible. This statement is wrong. The second hypothesis that I found was wrong is when a woman entrepreneur that already have a household and doing business at the same time, their imbalanced working life will be apparent. This statement is wrong. This hypothesis is wrong. This is because all of the interviewees agreed that their family help them to do their business, and some of them will be like a partner to them. For example, there is an interviewee who have small kids at home, but she still can handle the business and can handle what her kids want. According to the findings on the interview session, there is also a true hypothesis that we can discuss. For example, due to various of commitments, the number of women entrepreneurs increase even though the challenges become tougher. This is true because all the interviewees said that they involved in the business world because they want to help their family and they want to pay their debt because of the commitments. So the high commitments will increase the number of women entrepreneurs in our daily life. The second hypothesis that is true is if there is a gender inequality in a social customs, the availability of women entrepreneurs will be low. This hypothesis is true because I did ask the interviewee if they have an experience like selling the same product as the men entrepreneurs, and 2 of the interviewees said they had the experience and they can see that there is a gender inequality at that moment. The hypothesis of financial accessibility will determine the productivity rate of a businesswoman. It is true because I can relate this with the findings that I got from the interview. Interviewee A and interviewee C start their business at the same year with just a difference of 3 months. Interviewee C, who start later than interviewee A, is good at her business and already got a more sale than interviewee A. It's because interviewee C, who have a good amount of capital to run her business. It is true that COVID-19 give impact to the women entrepreneurs. This can prove by the number of entrepreneurs increasing rapidly during the MCO. This is because some of them is being fired from their job, and some of them who had a big business have to shut down and to run back a new business. And then COVID-19 give a good and a bad impact for women entrepreneurs. The bad impact of COVID-19 to women entrepreneurs is the increasing number of rival, and the good impact of COVID-19 for women entrepreneurs is the sales of the women entrepreneurs during the MCO increasing more than the normal day. And the sale is not just increasing during the MCO, but it also increased after the MCO period. So that's all from me. Thank you.
Hello and a very good evening. My name is Daragan Jarit and I'm going to discuss about the discussion of our research. In Malaysia, women entrepreneurs are facing challenges such as lack of financial and marketing skills. However, with the step taken by the government and the collaborative efforts of financial institutions in Malaysia, things have lately begun to improve. In addition, in the year of 2020, COVID-19 gives a great impact to everyone, especially for women entrepreneurs. On the good side, pandemics also have an effect that will make their business well known and increase the productivity of their businesses. The impact of gender inequality to women entrepreneurs. It is very difficult for women in Malaysia to perform their personal obligation in this situation and having a business of their own. The significance of our study is to see the potential approach to the economic empowerment of the country through the participation of women. It also can balance the equality between men and women in the development of society. Next, it can help the government of Malaysia to develop the potential of women optimally in society. In other words, government of Malaysia can plan various appropriate action plans to encourage the participation of women in various fields of entrepreneurship. In addition, our study also can help women entrepreneurs in overcoming challenges that previously could not be solved effectively. It will also increase their awareness in learning and increase knowledge and always be flexible in make product improvements in line with 21st century inspirations.
I'm Fatri from EE. Here, I want to share with you about the problem statement. Okay. During this pandemic, many things are taking matter into their own hands. Not many has the ability and readiness to develop, organize, and run a business enterprise without an investor. The entrepreneur should fund the business themselves. This is difficult, especially for women. Women are more likely to be aggressive, okay, stress out, and eventually give up due to stress. Okay. This can lead to women not being confident with themselves and can lead to lack of motivation. Okay, this can affect the business itself by result in the productivity rate. On top of that, the discrimination between genders have shown to result in women having a lower income than men. As the number of the women entrepreneurs are always increasing, the challenge among them are also increasing. Right, that's all from problem statement. All right, thank you.